Hello, hello, welcome to my channel and another reaction video. This time watching at the pitch meeting for the Rings of Power Season 2.
You have a second season of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power for me? Yes, sir, I do. Fans love when we slap our colons onto their favorite franchises. Yeah, they do. The cultural impact that the first season had is incalculable. Oh, really? Yeah, well, in the sense that we don't have any data of any impact, but it's still pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So tell me about the second season. What's going on with everybody? Oh, but we're gonna start off with some Sauron backstory, right? Turns out he was betrayed and killed by Adar and some orcs, but then eventually he became the Venom symbiote, so he ended up being okay. What? Yeah, he tumbled around as Venom for a little bit before landing on his final form of scraggly but handsome 5 o'clock Shadow Man. Pretty cool that he could customize his character like that, right? So anyway, then he got into a shipwreck and had a little meet cute with Galadriel in the middle of the ocean. So what's going on now that she knows that he's Sauron? Well, she thinks they should use the rings forged in the first season to fight him, and the High King agrees. Kings that get high are tight. That's not, never mind. So Elrond, he thinks not that. So he takes the rings and jumps off a big old waterfall. Is he okay? Obviously, yes. So he goes to see this old wise elf to help him, and the elf is like, you know, we should totally use these rings. Ah, so what did that accomplish? We filled up some screen time, and we're closer to our content targets on Amazon Prime Video. Oh, wow. Yeah, super exciting stuff. So then Galadriel gets a ring. How? It rolls to her feet, and so she's like, well, that's mine now. That works. And what about the other characters, like Tall Wizard, who is definitely not Gandalf? Oh, well, we're gonna find out at the end of this season that he is Gandalf. What? Yeah, and that's gonna allow us to spend this entire season doing what every good prequel does. Revealing how he got his name and accessories. Exactly. So he figures he needs a staff, and he's gonna help those non-hobbit hobbits, and he's gonna get one. Amazing. Now, one of those non-hobbit hobbits is gonna kiss a boy on the mouth. Ew. Why? I don't know, but that's in here. Oh, okay. And eventually, these other little folks that he helps out are gonna be like, well, thanks a lot, Grandalf, and he's gonna be like, Grandalf, my name's gonna be Gandalf, isn't it? Oh, it comes from mispronouncing an incorrect statement. That's kind of neat. That's right, sir. Tom Bombadil confirms it. Tom Bombadil? Yeah, he's in this, and he's like, hey, I'm your quest guide or something. I don't know. And how does Gandalf get the staff exactly? He freaking finds it, but Tom Bombadil explains it's like in the books, you know, it's like a wand chooses the wizard type of thing. Well, that's from Harry Potter, I think. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Well, we'll do it anyway. So what's going on with the other characters? What's going on with Isildur? Well, he's found by a horse and escapes some spiders and falls in love with a girl who's gonna leave him, but then isn't, and then he leaves her. Hey, listen, that sounds like things that are definitely gonna happen. They are. And what about Arondir? Oh, well, I didn't really know what to do with them this season, so he's gonna pop out once in a while to help out in ways that involve him doing lots of flips. Very cool. But at a certain point, he's gonna get fatally stabbed on the battlefield. Oh, no, it's gonna be tough to survive a fatal stab wound. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, the next time we see him, he's totally fine, and we never mention what happened or mention it at all again. So how'd he survive? By being totally fine the next time we see him. I guess that makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. And what about blind Queen Lady in Numenor? She got blinded by a volcano in the last season. Oh, well, she loses control of Numenor after a big bird decides that a guy with drastic eyebrows should be in charge. What? But then she regains power after a giant sea worm decides that she should be in charge. Is their political system just based on whatever giant animal they come across? Mostly yes, but then she gets accused of colluding with Sauron, so she's out again. Dang, well, I hope she comes across you know, a giant chipmunk or something. Yeah, that might help. And then there's also stuff going on with those dwarves. What's going on with those little dudes? Well, the king gets a ring, and that drives him mad with greed and power. Uh-oh, powerful short king. So he starts digging like crazy and accidentally comes across the Balrog. So what does he do? He Leroy Jenkinses it and sacrifices himself, so his son and all the other dwarves go up and have a nice little funeral. Are they not concerned about the giant fire monster they found in the basement? Seemingly not. And what is Sauron up to now that he's been found out? He heads back to see that elf Celebrimbor to make more rings. Did nobody tell that guy about the situation? No, they tried once and then didn't follow up on it. Ah, well, they tried. So now Sauron pretends to be the Lord of the Gifts, which means he's got a totally different hairstyle. Oh, sick, new skin. But he's got another trick up his sleeve. Oh, yeah? Yeah, see, he convinces Adar and the orcs to attack the city. How come? Ah, because then he can tell Celebrimbor, I'll stop them from attacking the city only if you finish making these rings. Oh, did he stop making the rings? Yeah, well, he stopped because the frickin' city was under attack. So he would have just kept going if Sauron hadn't planned that attack? Well, well? Well, listen, I do want to see some orc warfare. Well, good. That's they would get there that way with this. Very cool. Yeah, they're gonna do some freaking cool stuff like destroy a mountainside so it crumbles down and dams a river, which means they can walk right across. Hey, listen, I don't think that's how rivers or mountains work, but it's like I told my friend before he fell into a hole to his death. Oh, well. Then there's also gonna be a big fight scene between Sauron and Galadriel because they're in love, I guess? I don't care. And how does that go? Well, she's gonna get seriously stabbed and throw herself off a cliff to get out of there. Well, she can't die. She's in the Lord of the Rings movies. That's right, yeah, and so that's why, no, she doesn't. She's all right. Well, great. And you know, in fact, anyone that we know from the Lord of the Rings movies that's in this show will not be dying in this show. So that's, yeah, I guess that'll be exciting to watch, even though we know they're not in any danger. Right, because it's like, well, what if they have a bad day? They wouldn't like that. Yeah, that would suck for them, probably. Probably. So then all the main elf characters pose dramatically, and we're done. Well, it sounds like a second season. Another one, number 2. Yeah, I mean, let's hope people like it so we can keep making more. Well, that doesn't really matter. We spent well over $1 billion on this. We're in this now. What?
Well, there you have it, folks. That was the pitch meeting for Rings of Power Season 2. And yeah, that was pretty damn on point for Ryan. And I do like how he tries to pronounce names correctly. I mean, he overdoes it for comedic purposes, but it's still still funny. But yeah, Season 2. Yeah, I really want to say that I did enjoy the army battle at the end, but yeah, the orcs destroying them out in the Black River bullshit kind of took away the enjoyment, and I wish they'd mentioned something about the elven charge. They're at full gallop, then sudden stop, and I don't know. And Sauron's plan. I'm gonna lure the orcs to attack the city, and if you do, then telling Celebrimbor, I can pronounce the names, but yeah, convincing the Smith that yeah, finish the rings or and I'll stop the attack. But yeah, Celebrimbor was indeed gonna finish the rings before, so Sauron's plan was kind of nonsensical. I do love the gimmick ended. One of the best parts of the season was the Balrog, though I do think it kind of steps on the lore a little bit. I don't think the Balrog, the Balrog didn't wake up till sometime during the Third Age, but yeah. And that's what Rings of Power is. There's a lot of these really awesome moments, but I don't know. There's just not a whole lot of substance to go along with it. Full fancy stuff, but the plot is just. And the dialogue is terrible at times. The whole now he did call on the stuff that happened on Numenor, giant eagles showing up and giant sea monsters. Now that's not as nonsensical, because animals have been known to be emissaries of the Valar, or them being sent by the Valar to post judgment isn't, as ridiculous. I mean, I get it. It does seem a bit funny, and I mean, Peter Jackson overdid the whole eagles are coming to save the day, but yeah, not as nonsensical as you might think. What else? Yeah, the Venom Goo thing. That was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that. And yeah, Sauron's supposed to be a shapeshifter. He could take any form, but it's funny that they use the same actor, just in a different wig. No offense to the actor, I mean, he does a great job. I just wish they'd stick more closely to the lore. But yeah, there's a lot of the triangle out there. There's a lot of filler episodes, plots that ultimately goes to nowhere. And yet, 5-season plan. I'll just have to see what's what. Personally, I mean, overall, this is pretty shit show, but there are stuff that I find enjoyable, and with the bad stuff, I do enjoy them in a different way. So I'm also committed, but yeah. What do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Visit my reaction, like, subscribe if you want to know what's in another video. Bye.